Hello, everyone. Happy August. I have no idea where the summer went. It flew by so fast. I can't believe I'm already talking to so many teachers that are setting up their classrooms, getting ready to welcome their kiddos. Here in Arizona, some schools are already back in session. I was leaving my house the other day and saw some kiddos walking in. I live right across the street from a school. I can't believe we're here. I want to just take a moment to wish everyone such a wonderful start of the school year. I hope this school year brings you and your kiddos just the absolute best of memories and learning. And I can't wait to just continue to talk to everyone about how their year is going and how they're kind of getting Lumio incorporated into their everyday. And so I'm excited to welcome you back to Lumio Lives. We're back for the school year. We took just a little hiatus over the summer. For those of you that are new here, I'm Meesh, and I'm one of the education solutions consultants here at Smart and Lumio. I work with the West Coast, but I know so many of you from all over the US and Canada from my past travels. So welcome. A little bit about Lumio Lives. We do these 2 Tuesdays a month, the second and fourth Tuesday. This is our sweet spot of time, but sometimes we might switch up the time, but just know we'll be here that second and fourth Tuesday. Just a quick 10-minute little hangout. We might show you something new. We might kind of spotlight a feature. We might, show you a little sneak peek of something. So always something new. And what's going to be different about Lumio Live this school year is hopefully every Lumio Live that we hop onto, you might see a different face from Lumio. So you might see your local education solutions consultant. You might see someone that you've never met before, maybe someone you've seen at a conference. So hoping that I'll have a new friend with me every other Tuesday. So welcome back. And the goal of today is I really just kind of want to rewind a little bit because over the spring, we got so many Lumio updates. And over the spring, if you're anything like me when I was a teacher, my brain was checking out of all those new features and updates. So I want to make sure you know about all of them. So let's do a quick little Lumio spring refresh as we gear up for the fall. And one of my favorite updates that we got right towards the end of the school year was that our response, which historically was our quiz-based function, you could only do it live in class. Now you have the option when you're creating your response to also change the setting. You'll see in the top right corner here, it says select mode. You can also have it set to be independent work, which is so great for anyone doing homework or independent work. And it's going to do that auto grading for you. And just remember that response does give you the option to export results. So when your students are done with that activity, you can export those into an Excel sheet, which is not only great to save you time for grading, but also as a teacher to use that to drive your teaching practices and see where your students need you, or if you're ready to move on in that lesson. So I love that we can now have our work be graded asynchronously, which is such a great tool for homework. The next thing, and this is something that I was really looking forward to, especially coming from Notebook, was being able to attach links. And why I'm so pumped about that is because I love choice boards. Because when we think about offering our students choice, there's so many different ways that they can display their knowledge. And it's not fair to make everyone do a worksheet. One size definitely does not fit all. So now you've got the ability to attach a link, and your links can either go to another page in that Lumio lesson, which just, again, can be for a choice board, or it can be to really streamline a very smooth workflow for your students. Hey, when you're done here, go here, or go back here if you need another reference guide. And you can also use it to link to external websites. So for my early finishers, you might have a click here if you want to learn more about this, or if they're doing a research project, linking it to another website. So that's a really cool thing that also came out last spring. And the last thing that I want to mention that came out in the spring was that now our monster quiz and team quiz also have the ability to export results. Historically, that was just in our response. And then over the spring, you were able to, we had a few different games that got that export results button. It was super sort and rank order and match them up. And then the last thing that got those recently was monster quiz and team quiz, which if you love Kahoot, make sure you check out our monster quiz. It's just such a fun way to gamify learning, get the competition going in your class, and get those students ready for an upcoming quiz. And again, for you as the teacher to gather some data to really help you understand if your students need a little bit more support or if we're ready ready to move forward. So wanted to make sure that everyone knew what those were. And we always post about those in our Lumio Educators Facebook group, as well as our Lumio Ambassador program. So make sure you're part of both of those groups to always make sure you never miss any of these things. Another one I want to mention is we always have our beta channel. Stay tuned. I'm going to make sure you guys know how to turn on Lumio beta. But in beta, our amazing product development team is always putting out features that need to be tested. We want to hear from you. We want to get some feedback. And then once they're in excellent shape, they move into being available in the platform. And some things that are coming out, especially for those of us, again, that loved Notebook or had some of these tools. If you have a smartboard, you might have seen these on your IQ system. We have some widgets, which could be really fun for both classroom management as well as instructional support. So for some classroom management, I always think about my neurodivergent students. I always want to give them that visual of, hey, it's work time. You've got a few more minutes to go, or now let's share out. Maybe you want to talk about voice levels, or you can make a spinner with all your students' names on there so that you're not always calling on the same kiddos. They love seeing their names up on the screen. Or you might use it to create some really fun and interactive instructional activities. So if you're doing the framework for math, you might say, okay, right now, look at this word problem. I want you to identify the problem. Now we're in the part where we're going to explore and plan and then solve and explain. Or I also made one because I was a kindergarten literacy teacher, so you're always going to find me with those examples. I did one with letter digraphs. So maybe you pull up the manipulative where they have all the little letter tiles, and then they spin the spinner, and then they have to build a word using that letter digraph. So many different ways to use it. Let me make sure that you all know how to turn on your Lumio beta. So when you're logged into Lumio, in the top right of your screen, where usually I see my picture because I've got my little picture there, yours might just be your initials. If you click on that, you'll get this drop-down menu and you'll have a button that says Join Lumio Beta. Then you'll get this little pop-up window and you just have to toggle it on. And if you're ever not sure what's in beta, you want to just kind of stay up to date, you can click where it says see list of features and it'll let you know everything that's over there right now. So currently the only thing that's in beta are those widgets, and those happen in live delivery mode. So they're going to be on the teacher facing side. So right here, if you look at my screen, I'm going to click on my little gallery. I have this toolbox, and then I have all of my widgets right here. They're so easy to use. You've got dice, spinner, a traffic light, and a timer. And again, they're so fun to customize and just really amplify them to, again, use them for either classroom management or instructional support as well. And the last thing I'm going to tell you is there's even more new stuff in Lumio, if you can believe it or not. Our team has been so busy creating the best things and making Lumio just, we're so pumped that it's back to school, and we wanted to just make sure you know all the things. So on Thursday, August 21st at 4 p.m. Eastern, there is going to be a webinar, and the entire product development team is actually going to be there walking you through all of those new updates. The biggest one, and the one I think we're all most excited about, is class sessions. They're going to be talking about our AI assist, which if you didn't hear yet, we did announce it in our Facebook group. It's now available to all users, whether you're free, standard, or Spark. If you're free or standard, you do get some limited access to our AI assist. So at this back to school bash, they're going to talk to you more about that. Shout It Out got an update, and there's a few other things. So AI assist, Shout It Out, class sessions, and I think there's a few more. So make sure you sign up. It's going to be live on our YouTube. Remember, all you have to do is register too, and you do get the recording. It does get also posted in our YouTube, just in case you can't make that time. So again, thank you all for joining Lumio Live. This is our first one for this school year. We're so pumped to kick them off. The different thing this year is every time we get on a Lumio Live, hopefully I'm going to have a brand new guest with me. So you'll see some familiar faces, some new faces. And what I want to say is these are all about 10 minutes. We're aiming for bite-sized bits of information. So make sure you message us on either on our Facebook page, on our Instagram, our LinkedIn, or here in the chat. What do you want to see more of in our Lumio Lives? Is there a feature that you think looks cool, you've never really explored it, you want me to tell you more about it? Is there a feature that you just would like to be shown off a little bit, or you'd like to do like a little make and take or a how-to? Sound off in the comments or message us on Instagram, LinkedIn, Facebook, Twitter, wherever you see us at Lumio Social, and we'd love to take your feedback on what we can do during our time. But for now, thank you so much, everyone, for being here for our first Lumio Live of the school year, and we'll see you at the next one. Bye, everyone.